right, good morning. What's poppin'? Happy Friday, good morning, all that good stuff. Two reasons I'm recording this video is one, because if I don't record myself while I'm having this thought process, we will never have this conversation. We just won't. I know, because I've been there and I've done that 100 times. Number two is because I don't usually film videos like this. I usually get my lighting right and I get my tripod all set up, but I've got to stop being so scared and waiting for the perfect moment and the perfect lighting and the perfect blah, 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 blah bullshit, because the circumstances are never perfect. And I know that. And that's what I tell to other people all the damn time, but I let that hold me back. So I really just had to start recording and catching myself in the moment like this. This is what people really want to see. They want to see what your car looks like. They want to know the errands you're running. You know what I'm saying? The people that rock with you, at least. So anyways, the reason I'm making this video is because I want to tell y'all that I was just sitting here thinking about it on my way to the gym. You know, I'm listening to this new album. I'm chilling. I've learned so much about money and assets and all this stuff recently, just in the last 90 days, I'd say. You know, I've been reading more self-help books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Psychology of Money, all learning more in depth about marketing that I've already been learning on top of the last 2 years. So I don't know. I feel like I'm just in a new space. You know, every 90 days, I feel like I'm in a new place, mentally, physically, financially, everything, right? And the same probably goes for you. But I was just thinking a minute ago that it is so easy to make money. There are so many different ways to make money. Have you only made money from working your job and clocking in and clocking out? That's not the only way to do it. You know what I'm saying? If I think about all the different ways that I've made money, I can think of crazy stuff. Well, not crazy, not too crazy, right? But for example, I've made money off of TikTok Shop. I've made money through affiliate marketing. I've made money by creating and selling products on the internet. I know people that can make and build and sell websites. I know people that build software companies. I know people that create their own AI ChatGPT bots and sell that on a monthly subscription to other people or other businesses. So there are so many different ways to make money aside from you just going to work and clocking in, especially if you hate your job like 78% of people do. If you're not happy and you're not making that much money, what are you doing there? Life is too short for you to be stuck dealing with people you don't want to be dealing with, not making enough money. You know what I mean? There's money out there. But listen, this is why I got into the industry of fine dining not too long ago. It hadn't been that long, but I've got years of customer service experience. I've got years in the food industry. So all the little things have led me to this fine dining spot that I work at now. I love it. I make good money, but it's not just about the money. It's about the environment. It's about the fact that we try to be professionals and we really try to anticipate our guests' needs. And that's the same thing. That translates over into marketing. That translates into business and entrepreneurship, right? These same core principles that I get to work on in my day-to-day life also translate to my career, right? I'll call it a career for now because I've been doing it for years. But a lot of people think serving and waiting and fine dining, they think that's all, you know, just a bunch of hoopla, but that's actually, you can make a career out of that if you choose to, right? It's not consistent pay, but I've never been a fan of consistent paychecks. That means I have to be tied to this desk or this chair or this building even, right? If I'm not here, I'm not making money, and I don't like that. That's why I started looking for other ways to make money 3 years ago. You know what I mean? Because this internet stuff is real. There's no hiding from it. You might as well get on board. But there are 3 ways you can make money. The first way that 97% of people do is trade their time to make money, because that's what we're taught when we're little bitty and we go to school. They say, oh yeah, you want to make good grades so you can go to a good school and then you can go get a good job and work for the rest of your life. Yeah, that does not sound fun to me. It just don't. That's not my cup of tea. To each their own, right? But I knew that wasn't for me even when I was in high school. Now, the second way that you can make money is by investing into stocks. Now, are you going to dump your money in the stock market and get rich quick and get to ditch all your responsibilities? The chances are slim. It's not impossible. You never know, right? But I wouldn't go into it with those hopes. I am just now learning about how to actually go out and invest myself, right? I've invested into myself, which is the first step. Now it's using my money to make those investments deeper. I've invested into myself. I've learned how to make those little bitty investments with going to the gym or bettering your education or doing the little things. You know what I mean? But you got to take it one step further and learn how to invest your money, because you have to be the steward of your money. You tell your money what to do. You don't let your money control you. like a lot of people do subconsciously. You have to act responsible with your money like you are the leader. The problem with a lot of people while they struggle with money is because they get emotionally attached to the money. They get $100 and they're like, ooh, they get $500 and oh my gosh, that feels so much better, right? But they're scared to lose that money because they have an emotional attachment to it the more money they get, right? So they're more reluctant to spend that money on something that looks like it could be risky, that looks like, they might not get that return that they're looking for. And that's what keeps them sitting on that cash. But guess what? If you put $500 under your mattress and you pull that $500 out a year from today, that $500 is going to be worth less. So as soon as I realized this, I'm like, man, keeping this cash is not helping me. Leaving my money in the banks is not helping me. I decided to put my money somewhere else. This is not financial advice. I'm speaking on my personal situation. But if I have information that I think is going to help you, that's all I'm going to say. Does this make sense so far? Step 1, we've got trade your time for money. Step 2, we've got invest your money. Step 3 is multiply your time with your money. How in the world would you do something like that? You can gain leverage with your money if you use the money to buy an asset that is going to bring you more money in the future. Because like I said earlier, if you have to be tied to one spot to make money, you have to be in this chair, you have to be in this office to be getting paid. Think about that long term. I'm not trying to live that kind of life. And I understand doing what you have to do, you know what I mean? Playing the game, being a part of the system or whatever you want to call it, A lot of people are just happy with surviving and just barely paying their bills and just barely living. But that's not how I want to do it. And that's not what I plan on doing. And I'd say it's going good so far. I mean, it all starts with the mindset. But that's all I got for today. I didn't plan on this video being this long. I'm about to go into this gym and try this brand new gym out. I've never been here before. So I'm super excited. But I'm going to go in here, have a great workout. I got to go to work later tonight. I'm going to read my books more. I'm really going to try to start documenting more. Things like this. You know what I mean? The raw footage. Like showing y'all what's up instead of being picture perfect every time and having my tripod set up and the lighting and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Because I want this to be like my channel where people actually know me, where people actually want to hear me chat like this, but where I can also educate and give value to my audience. You know what I mean? So I like helping people out. I like coaching people. So if you guys want to learn anything about marketing, social media, sales, y'all want book recommendations, y'all just hit me up, man. Y'all know how to comment on my video, shit. But I appreciate you guys. If you made it this far in the video, y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you aren't already, don't forget to like, share this with somebody you love or care about, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.